That's all right. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just got back from DJing at JJ.
So you're a DJ and a JJ. I got a microphone on.
Thank you.
Why did you bring some bears with you? We could have
Oh,
a
goodness. They're all hibernating. This time, they're
no. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm actually from Canton, Ohio. I moved here about 5 years ago to be with my boyfriend, and we're buying a house right now, so it's exciting.
Congratulations.
But I've been a resident DJ at JJ's now for roughly 5-ish years, going on 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So just Saturday nights. So
Okay.
it's a lot of fun.
All right.
Yeah.
So what kind of music do you play?
It's a mix of everything. I think earlier in the night I like to do like the sort of more electronic, like tech house kind of stuff. But toward the end of the night when people start crowding that dance floor, we switch it up into top 40, but mostly remixes and things like that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So you've been resident at JJ's for about 5 years now?
Yes.
Okay, and how long you been DJing?
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah, I DJ'd at a couple of clubs in Canton, Ohio.
Okay, so you've been on the 1 and 2s for quite a while.
A little bit, yeah.
So I got some DJ lingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what's your DJ name again so people can look you up?
It is just DJ Mitch Marcoux. I have the lamest, it's my name.
It's just
like,
your name.
wah,
That's
wah.
not lame. That's you. That's not lame. Be proud of it.
No,
So we're just waiting for everything to load up?
Yeah, it's still waiting. Good old tractor. I don't know if it's just because I just ran it and it's, I don't know.
It's just taking its time. It's like, look, it is 3:52 a.m.
I know.
I played hours at JJ's and now you just want me to hop up here again and play again?
Sleepy. It's
well, that's
taking
okay.
Taking a little nap, I guess.
That's not a problem at all.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So how has today been going? I've been watching online on Facebook.
Today has been going fabulously. I mean, you see, we're at $7,000.
Awesome. That's
yes,
phenomenal.
we're 3/4 of the way to our goal. Can't wait till we break that 10,000 about 8 o'clock this morning. Once everyone gets up and gets moved to their coffee and like, oh yes, I need to send my money in to MTUG for all the great things they do.
It's fantastic. It's such a great cause, and I'm totally honored to be asked to be here. So. I'm very thankful. We got something going. We just got one more thing we got.
That's okay.
Do.
That's okay, and because the funds we raise will help build capacity for MTUG. Mm-hmm. We will invest in expanding services, continuing to pay a MSW and LCSW to serve as protective oversight for our peer-to-peer facilitators and help provide wraparound services. We will invest in securing an appropriate space for us to have our offices. Our current office is in the basement of the World Community Center. It's inadequate for our needs, and we've outgrown the space. We will renew our name change fund to help provide scholarships to individuals needing to get their legal documentation in order. Currently, we have about 40 humans in the cube, so we need to raise money to fund those because in today's political climate, people need to get their name changed. Plus, it is easier for people to get gainfully employed if their name matches their appearance. So we're just trying to get those people their documentation in order. And also, we'll secure bus pass funds to make sure everyone who wants to get to social emotional support can get to us. So that's what we're doing with the money that we're raising.
That's fantastic.
Well, thank you.
That's a lot of good. A lot of good you're doing.
So you look like you're up and
I believe so.
Up and running.
Yeah,
do we need to do a sound check or anything, or we just find it?
I'm hitting. I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, is that it?
Hey, yeah, we got noise.
We got noise. That's what people say when I speak. Oh, she got noise.
Oh no.
So yes, before I turn it over to the DJ here, I'm gonna tell you how you can donate one more time. You can go to stlouismetrotrans.com, click the donate button, or you can call 314-287-5383, call in your pledge or text in your pledge, and also Facebook.com/Metro Trans Umbrella Group. Click donate now. That way you can donate to us. And when are you going to play a little while?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'm here for like an hour. So,
yes, I love that. You're here for an hour.
Three energy drinks deep.
All right. You're wired for sound,
I have to
Sister
peel me off the
Biscuit.
ceiling like later.
That's okay. That's okay. And you're playing to take a break and then have an interview with August. They're going to talk about what the locker room and what the locker room means to them. Cool. You come back and you play us till the 5 o'clock hour.
Okay.
Okay. So just play until I come back up here again.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you very much. Where did the baby go? On the back room. Okay. They're excited. All right. People are falling out. We hit 4 o'clock, folks fell out, but I'm still here. I am ready to go.
When you come to mind. count 'em. I got no rules, I count 'em. I gotta do it to myself. I got no rules, I count 'em. I gotta do it to myself. I keep pushing forwards, but it keeps pulling me backwards. Nowhere to turn, nowhere to turn. No. Now I'm standing back from it. I finally see the pattern. I never learned. He doesn't love me, so I tell myself, I do. One, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling 'cause he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in. You'll have to kick him out again. Three, don't be a friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're a man, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count 'em. I got no rules, I count 'em. I gotta do it to myself. I got no rules, I count 'em. Baby, you know I count 'em. I gotta do it to myself. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh, nah, nah. He took me back to East Atlanta, nah, nah, nah. Oh, but my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manners, Havana, ooh, nah. With that, how you doing? When he came in, he said there's a lot of girls that can do it, but I can't without you. And forever in a minute. That summer night in Georgia, she got mad on him. He got me feeling I knew it when I met him. I loved him when I left him. I'ma feel like and then I had to tell him I had to go. Oh, nah, 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 nah.
Just graduated fresh on campus. Fresh out East Atlanta with no mountains. Damn, fresh out East Atlanta. I broke like a traffic jam. Man, I pay that girl like Sam. He gon' take it on me. So I'm craving on me. Take it on me. So I'm taking on me. Make it on me. This is free. Make it on me. Wanna make this range that beat. I'm young, that's me. I'm getting more love than you.
I knew it when I met him. I loved him when I left him. I'ma feel like Nobody trusts me. Oh, baby actress, starring in your bad dreams. I don't trust nobody, and nobody trusts me. Oh, baby actress, starring in your bad dreams. I'm sorry, right now.
Just imagine. I can see but you Baby, so much happening. You and your LinkedIn private. So don't let it to private. Go pop it for a plan. Pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a plan. Drop it for me. I'll bet the big house in Miami. White room with no jammies. Lobster tail for dinner. Pull yourself, that's giving. You gotta get the money. Gotta get the money. Say you gotta get the money. Take no while to get the money now. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne all night. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. That's why you're fire at night. Some sheets and diamonds all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. I'm talking trips to Puerto Rico. Say the word and we go. You can be my flica. Girl, I'll be a flico, mamacita. I would never make a promise that I can't keep. I promise that your smile ain't gonna never leave. Shopping sprees in Paris. Everything 24 carats. Take a look in that mirror. Now tell me who's the
We're here at the 4:30 half-hour break. All right. Well, DJ Mitch, how you doing? You are cranking up the tunes. Thank you very much. Well, I'm here to say we're going to interview a young man. He's going to explain what he's getting his makeup ready over there. So, you know, I'm going to skedaddle on over there and interview him. And you take a little break.
Awesome.
And then I'm spend 10 minutes with him. We'll come back.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk a little bit more. And then you're going to spin on us to a 5 o'clock hour.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you very much. Hey, DJ Mitch Markham. I'll be right over here to give a little conversation going on over here. Hello. How you doing? Just doing all right? It's the interview time of the night. All right. This is August Todd. Say hello to the world out there, August. And August, I understand you go to the locker room.
I do.
So why don't you tell the folks out there in Facebook land and out there in YouTube land that don't know, that are not familiar with what locker room is.
Yeah, the locker room is a transmasculine space for anybody who, any people over 18 that identify on the transmasculine side of the gender spectrum. So that can be like, you know, right in the middle towards, or right at the very end of like, you know, identifying as completely like male, but still being on like the trans spectrum.
Okay.
I also go to expression spectrum, and that is for anybody who identifies like under the transgender umbrella. A lot of the people who go there identify like is more in the middle, like as non-binary, genderqueer. But really, anybody can come. It's for anybody.
Okay. So let me ask you this: what are your preferred pronouns?
He, him.
He, him, and how do you identify as?
I identify as non-binary.
As non-binary. So okay. So tell folks out there in again Facebook land and YouTube land what non-binary means.
So it's different depending on the person, but to me, what non-binary means is I don't fit the binary in its simplest form. I don't like, I have transitioned, and I never really identified with the female side, and I identify more with the masculine side, but I still don't like being referred to as like a man and being put in that box of you have to be like a man and like what a man means to society.
Okay.
So maybe if like, being a man meant it was okay to like be super feminine and like wear makeup, I would be okay with that label, but I'm just not, like, it's just not something that I feel like describes me.
Okay.
I feel very much not at either of those extremes.
Okay. And everybody knows that gender is not binary. And people ask, because I do cultural competency training sometimes, and people ask me, what is binary? I'm like, that's easy. It's male and female and everything else in between that's non-binary. So how did you first come to find out about MTUG in the locker room? Or the expression spectrum?
Right. I was seeing a therapist, and she kept telling me, like, she was the first therapist I really went to talk about, like, my, gender dysphoria and such. And she kept telling me to go to the locker room, and I'm like, okay, but I don't want to. Like, I didn't, And then I finally ended up going after I, had stopped seeing her regularly. And I remember my first time, like, it was almost, I think it was 2 years ago, exactly, this month. And I remember it was, like, the first time they ever did game night. And I just had, like, so many questions that I wanted to ask. And Curtis was there, and I think Aiden was there too. And yeah, being around people who are like me is what made me, want to come back.
Okay. So then, so you found out through your therapist. So what does being, going to the locker room and going to expression spectrum mean to you?
It means that I can count on people to understand where I'm coming from automatically as I walk in the door. I don't have to, like, explain, who I am or my gender, to somebody who, like, wouldn't understand or wouldn't know. Like, there's that, that automatic knowledge of, like, what I'm going through, and just having that, knowing, like, this is for support, and, like, I can count on these people, and even though we may not know each other, we're from, like, the same creed. So, and I like to offer, like, the same thing, like, I'm here for people to talk to, if they need a friend or, like, need somebody to talk to, like, I always tell them, like, my door is always open,
Right. Well, it's good. So if there was a person that had questions and they said, so August, tell me about MTUG, what were the 3 words you used to describe MTUG if you only had 3 words?
Only 3 words. Man, I like to talk.
Go ahead, talk. I'll take that back. Let me take the end of that part back. Just tell us, what will you tell them about MTUG and why it's so special for them to go?
I would say that, like, MTUG means community. Like, I would say that's probably the number 1, word that I would describe MTUG as, like, community, support, and then I think education, because, you can learn a lot by just, coming to support groups or, like, talking to the facilitators, talking to you, and, coming to, like, those talks, like the intersex talks and like that. I was hoping that there would be more of that, like, because it was just, like, it's really great to meet other people, like, in the, transgender community, So, yeah, like, MTUG is just, I don't know, it's the closest thing I feel like I've ever come to, like, feel belonging.
Okay.
So
that's good. So let me ask you this: where do you get all your makeup from?
This makeup is, like, from way before, like, years ago. This is. I mean, do you want to know, like, for real, like?
Yeah, for real. Yes.
For real?
Like I like that shade of lipstick you have on. Where's that shade? Where do you get that from?
Well, I'm wearing 2 types of lipstick.
Okay.
The one that's under it is it's from the Portland Black Lipstick Company, and I think their products might be vegan, but I have no idea. But, like, I love their, like, lipstick because it's so pigmented and it really stays. And the top coat is Lime Crime, green, like, glitter lime crime kind of lipstick.
Okay. And then I see a lot of glitter there. Is that just average?
Oh, you mean in my beard?
In your beard too? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just beard oil and just,
Take the shaker glitter and go to town.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there is glitter, like, on every square inch of my body right now.
So I bet when you go home, you get in the shower.
Oh no, this stays on forever.
So your bed must be covered in glitter.
Well, it always is, even if I don't put glitter on.
Oh, okay.
I just, sweat glitter. So.
You sweat glitter. Oh, okay. So tell us about your necklace that you have on here.
Yes, well, Christmas is my favorite time of year.
Okay.
And I just like being festive and being extra. So, this totally
makes you extra.
Yes. I know Krista hates it, which makes it even better.
So you are extra, and I do appreciate talking to you and sharing your talents and your wonderful education.
Thank you.
Your insight about everything. And I appreciate the time. So now we're going to turn it back over to, is he over there? Hey, we're going to turn it back over to you. Are you going to play us out until our 5 o'clock hour? Okay, go ahead. We're going to turn it back over. Let's give it up for our DJ.
It's me on transition.
Okay, we're good. Thank you.
I Got me now and I can't say no. Wanna be with you all alone. Take me home, take me home. Fingertips putting on the show. Can't you tell that I want you, baby? Yeah. No hands, like sweat dripping down my alone. No chance that I'm leaving you without you on me. I know, yeah, I already know that the ring won't stop me. Slow hands, like sweat dripping down my alone. No chance that I'm leaving you without you on me. I know, yeah, I already know that the ring won't stop me. Your hands and those slow hands. Ooh, slow hands. Are you ready? I'll be ready. Flashlights, you can see in the dark. Your rockets pointed up at the stars. Your billions of beautiful hearts. Sold us down the river too far. What about all the times you said you had the answer? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever after? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about love? What about trust? What about Are you ready? I'll be ready. Are you ready? I'll be ready.
Are you ready? It's the start of us waking up. Come on. Are you ready? I'll be ready. I don't want control. I want to let go. Are you ready? I'll be ready. 'Cause now it's time to let them know. What about all the times you said you had the answer? So what about us? What about all the broken happy ever after? Oh, what about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? Oh, what about love? What about trust? What I'll be ready.
All right, thank you, DJ Mitch Marco. Thank you. He came and played this set after working all night at JJ's.
Right.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Thank you. It's
Thank
been
you for-
awesome. It's a pleasure. Absolutely.
Well, thank
This
you.
is an awesome organization, and it's a great thing that everybody's doing.
Yes,
So.
it is. Thank you very much. Had a good time hanging out with you and
Absolutely.
dancing.
My
Yes.
step touch. That's
what
I think I Macarena.
Hey, I'm like, hey, I do step touch too.
Yeah.
But you know, when you get as old as me, that's all you got. Step touch. That's all I got. Don't ask for nothing else. No spins, no dips.
No.
And it's definitely not a death drop.
I was gonna say my death drop. Especially at this time in the morning. I'm
Right. My death drop will be a drop dead.
Yeah.
So no. So thank you very much. We appreciate you coming and spending your Saturday morning with us.
appreciate it.
Yes, yes. Give it up one more time for DJ Mitch Marco. Yeah. So no. So we want to thank some of our sponsors this morning. We want to thank Coffee Cartel. They're going to bring us some breakfast items here in a minute. We want to thank Planned Parenthood of the St. Louis region and Southwest Missouri. We want to thank Dick Blick for all our art supplies. Alec was over here. They were painting a picture earlier, and also over here they gave us the paints for our canvas that we have. Also, we want to thank Laura Simone of Third Degree Glass Factory. And we also want to thank, of course, Pride St. Louis for giving us this space, because we have taken up space here. And we want to thank Taco Circus for those delicious tacos. That was the best taco I'd ever eaten and putting in my gullet. We want to thank the Justice Fleet for all their great work and healing that they bring to us. We want to thank Left Bank Books for being a major sponsor. And we want to thank SLU Communications Department, right? SLU Communications Department for lending us some of the camera that you see here and some of our equipment. I know y'all can't see it, but there's still 4 humans here working backstage to make sure that everything goes correctly. And they've been here since hour 1. So, yes. So like myself and Sarah, who's been here all night and all day keeping this going, so have they. And we could not do this without them. And oh, look who's back, Tim. Hey, Tim. Tim's over there. Tim is over there doing important stuff. So important they didn't tell me what you were doing. So, you know, we're going to have a good time. And remember to donate. Right now we stand at $7,000. We haven't moved that much because, you know, y'all just got home from the bar and you done passed out, or, you know, you're doing whatever. And you haven't thought about donating. But when you get up and before you head to the church in the morning, or you go down to Billy's for the pancakes and breakfast with your trick from the night, remember to come and donate. These are the 3 ways you can donate. You can go to stlouismetrotrans.com, click the Donate Now button, or call 314-287-5383. No, that's not my cell number.
That's what Tim's been doing, is at www.stlmetrotrans.com.
Tim, he's answering the website donations and writing them down. We appreciate that. And at facebook.com, Metro Trends Umbrella Group, click donate. We want to what? Donate. Yes. All right. Right now we have an interview with a very special human. I'm just a mosey on over here to the interview area.